Hello, my name is Leslie Del Carpio, and I'll be presenting a little bit of my self-reflection and teaching philosophy video. My approach to teaching Spanish has theoretical and practical foundations in SLA research, as well as my own language learning experience. The sociocultural approach focuses on the context on which language learning takes place. Additionally, this approach sees language learning as a social construct instead of an individual process, or instead of a solely individual process. In terms of practice, I follow the flip method of teaching, which puts a main focus on communicative teaching methodologies. So the part of communication is very important. The flip method, unlike traditional methods, focuses on having the students go over their lecture at home, followed by coming to class prepared and with any questions they have to further their language skills. This also means that they can solidify what they have learned at home in the classroom. This way, the instructor, or I as the instructor, becomes more of a facilitator in the classroom. For this presentation, I will talk about 3 of the main points I put focus on in the classroom. Although these are not the only ones I put focus on, these are just the 3 I will be talking about in this video. The main points are authenticity, communication, and cultural connections. The reason that authenticity is one of my main points is because I believe that the more relevant to their life we make the activities, engages the students and gives them more motivation to continue to learn. So in this slide, I have 3 examples of 3 different activities I did. The first one I have used throughout the semester was the Los Teléfonos one. With this one, we went over different phone numbers of places you like around Tempe. So we started by talking about what's the gym's phone number. So the Sun Devil Fitness Complex, a place that many of the students visit from time to time. And that followed by them telling me and telling their partners what their favorite place around Tempe was, and to figure out their phone number and be able to describe it to their partner in Spanish. The second example I have used in class is the one that talks about your classes. So in this activity, we focused on where and when are the students' classes. Again, most of these activities are done in partners or in groups. So for this one, I had students talk to each other. Well, first write down their answers, and what they had to write down was sort of their schedule this semester. So they would write about what classes they have on Mondays, what classes they have on Tuesdays, etc. And they would make use of the name of the class, names of buildings around campus, and at what time the class was. So this way, as they're practicing the target language, the content is relevant to them and it's real. So it's actual stuff from their typical normal life. The third activity was actually called A Typical Day. In this activity, students had to, again, start by writing down what their typical day was using some of the verbs we have already seen. So I started off by giving them one of my typical days, and that way I can show them that I can explain to them certain topics, and I can make use of them, of some grammatical aspects by talking about my normal day and something that is relevant and normal to me as well. The third main point was the cultural connections point. I try to use the cultural connections in class as much as I can. Some of the examples I do are either playing music from different artists that represent different parts of the Spanish-speaking world. Not only do they get to see the artists and hear them, sometimes we do activities where they have to make use of what they're listening to and then writing down part of the lyrics. Aside from that, I also make them aware of certain things that are common in other places rather than here, like for example how the last names work in most of Latin America and Spain, and I make them put themselves in those shoes. So like, what would your last name be if you were from Latin America or Spain? Since in Latin America or in Spain we usually have two last names, or paternal and maternal last names. The other example I have in this slide is when by practicing verbs. For this one, it was the verb to go, el verbo ir. I showed them some of my interests, and I was telling them where I wanted to go and what I would do at this place. I tried to pick places that are relevant to this Spanish-speaking cultures, and this way, if I show them interesting places in Latin America or in Spain, the students become engaged not only in the topic but in the culture as well. Regarding reflections on my teaching, I think I could improve in making more connections between maybe different subjects, how the language can be used, like I said, in different subjects, or just making the different connections between different cultures, because it's not always easy to incorporate the culture aspect into the classroom. I think coming up with authentic and real activities for the students can become hard, but I try to do them as much as possible. So I think I could work on coming up with more ideas, maybe consulting with my peers and see what ideas they also have, and incorporate more sources with regards to the community. I know this is a one-on-one level class, but I think pointing out the importance of using the language in the community can be very helpful. Well, that is it. That is my self-reflection video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much.